Hey everyone. So I have this inspiration in me to do this video around creating, around manifesting, around having what you want in life. I have so many thoughts about this, and I feel like I'm gonna take you on a journey right now around my understanding of it, and my understanding and experience of creation is limited for sure. It's not like there's no, I don't know, perfection in my creation process. There's no, I don't know if I probably know, like, I have like a kindergarten level understanding of creation and like how things are created. But I am aware that I'm living my life in a way where I have what I want. And I'm not just like happy living in squalor. Like I own a home that I love. I live on 5 acres in the woods near my parents who I love and I want to live near. I've been with my husband for 16 plus years. I have 3 children. I wanted children. I have an angel baby too. So there's been a journey to the children part. I do work that if I was given $1 billion and never had to work again, the work that I do is what I would be doing with my time, whether I needed money or not. Um, I think about things like I want a hot tub, and we have a hot tub. I want a swim spa so my mom can exercise and be in water every day. And so we have that. I wanted chickens. We have chickens. I wanted a dog. We have a dog. Okay, so I'm saying this not to be like, I got all this stuff. No, saying it because I like creating what I want. I like it. You're going to hear some of my children now, I bet. They're loud. I've wanted to work at home for years. I used to drive 20 minutes to an office, and I wanted to get good enough internet in my rustic mountain farm land that I had to like really, really figure that out. But I figured it out, and now I work at home. I like creating what I want. And anytime I have a desire come in, it's like, oh, I want that thing. I immediately go into like, well, is it a strong enough want that I am willing to make it a project that I'm going to do? Or is it just like, oh, somebody was driving a plane over my house. That'd be fun to have a plane. I don't actually want a commercial plane, but um, but I have those thoughts too that are like, oh, that would be fun. And when I tune in, it's like, do I really want to get up to creating it or get into that process of bringing it into my reality? Do I want to do that? Sometimes it's just like, no, not really. It was just a fun thought. A couple things I just want to start with around having what I want. I am very aware that having what I want does not create everlasting all day, every moment of every day happiness and gratitude. I thought it did. I thought that I could thing thing my way into happy, like physically manifest the perfect environment where I would never feel unhappy or unsatisfied. I thought my kids have been my greatest wake up call to that there is there is no perfect game or toy or situation that will make them feel anything. And that is like, it's got to be the starting point for this conversation around creation. Because when I think that it is going to create everlasting, ongoing happiness, then there is it gets so tangled up inside of me. It becomes full of angst, full of fear, full of harsh demands, full of urgency, and it's not fun. It's like, um, I think this came in for me in 2013. I had a baby that passed away during labor. And after that experience, my husband and I were having a very good time trying to create another baby, but it wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. And month after month, it wasn't happening. And at some point, he was like, I don't think I want to keep doing this. This is really hard and it's not feeling fun. It's feeling like there's tons of pressure. And like, could you, Isla, imagine being happy without a baby? And I was like, first, no, of course not. And then really got to hear that and got to listen inside and see, like, wow, I really think that a baby will make me happy. And realizing what a weight to put onto a child. Like, can you imagine? I don't know. It just seems like crazy when I think of it now that because you're here, I am happy. Because you are you, I am happy. And maybe that's like kind of a sweet sentiment, but it feels to me like so misguided and misunderstood, and teaching a lesson to a kid that's like, if you acquire the things that you want, then you'll be happy. And that's just kind of a setup for a lot of confusion and a lot of potential angst around what is available through creation in the physical world and what is not available. Kids are available. um, Deep fulfillment through having kids not available. So part of the reason I think I have some fluidity and like ease, let's say, with creating is, one, I don't think it's necessarily going to be easy, whatever it is I want to create. Certainly having now 3 children was not easy. It was really hard and really full of grief and full of illness and full of potential death and dying and like lots. It was a hard but good journey of manifestation. So I don't think it should be easy. And I'm also very aware that, and this is a Dr. Ron Holnick and Dr. Mary Holnick, they have a book called Loyalty to Your Soul. And in that book, I think it's on page 43, there's a little section in there that's like these little like guidelines of remembering that when you're all done creating, whatever it is you're up to creating, you're not going to be any happier. You might have like a roof over your head, which everybody should have that. You might have money to buy food, nourishing your body. You might have like diapers for your babies. You might have chicken food for your chickens. You can create things that meet needs, but in terms of like happiness and contentment and fulfillment and all of these really innocently we think like those feelings that are actually inherent in our being, that those feelings are available through the creation process, and they're just not. It's so whenever I have an idea of like I want to create, let's just say my first time when I was coaching, where I was like, oh, I could shoot for $100,000 this year. I could shoot for that. My next thought is like, what do I think I'll feel? Like, why am I aiming at that? What do I think? What's that about? And to get really honest inside of like, what will that actually do for me? Okay, that will provide me with a mortgage payment, gas bill, food, like it'll provide me with these real world things, that those things won't even provide me with happiness and contentment and respect and prestige. They'll provide me with health and the ability to travel from here to there, like these tools. when I have the desire, like I want $100,000, I have to get really honest inside. What do I think that will do for me? Okay, physical level, here's the things, but on this level, do I think it's going to make me into a respected coach? I'm all of a sudden off base. And as I go to create it, if I start feeling the angst around it, I will start feeling angst. I will, because I'll start putting pressure on it that I'm not respected and I need respect. And this is my pathway to get respect. And that's all made up. It's just not true. And other people's, even if other people might put me into a category where they're respecting me, it does not mean that I'll feel that respect. I could then just as easily set another bar. Well, I did it once. I need to do it again to prove da da da. So to really be clean and clear inside, for me, is part of the creation process, that it's like I'm creating because there's something that it's solving. There's something that the creation is solving. A swim spot. My mom will literally swim every single day, and that's incredible. That will help her feel more energy and healthier and amazing. Like, I can't wait to do that. um, not if we do that, then it'll mean that she'll love me more, or I'll feel better as a daughter, or I don't know, any of the being, the feeling. If there's any of that connected to a creation, I just know it's going to get fuzzy in there, which is fine. That's again where it's like, I'm not perfect at that. Sometimes it is like, I want a nicer looking car so that I don't look like I just came out of the woods, so that people think that I am um, to be respected. I don't know. Like, sometimes I know I've created things based on a desire to feel a certain way. And that's fine. Like, I'm a free human. I could go my whole life creating in the physical world, trying to create feelings in me. I can play that game. It's not very fun. But I could do that, and that's what a lot of people do, and there's nothing wrong with it. But there is something, I think, very interesting and satisfying about really appreciating that most of the reasons I would want to create something have to do with me trying to get in touch with a feeling that already exists inside of me, that's already here, or a quality of being, a quality of being. It's already here. It's not out there. There isn't anything to go get out there on that level. Um, Peace, gratitude, um, beauty, joy, contentment, creativity. Like, it's who I am, it's who we all are. It's how we came in as little babies, like just the purity of the self, the essential nature, the soul, the spirit. Like, that's what we are. We can't add anything to a perfect creation. We can't like add on through accumulation or achievement. So if I'm going to create something, in my mind, it's like it has to mean something. It has to either solve a physical world need or be just super fun to play around with creating something for the hell of it, or an act of service, or an act of beauty, or an act of love, or an act of creativity, an expression of some sort that is whole and complete in and of itself. There's no means to an end, so to speak. Meaning I'm going to enjoy the experience of writing the book, of singing the song. I'm not looking for it to then make me a more loved and validated human. Um, in active service that I hope serves people, but it's not going to make me feel like a better human. Maybe for a second while I hold on to that thought, and then the thought will go away. Then I'll stub my toe and I'll curse and be like, ah, bad human, bad. So it's those getting in touch with those qualities, that's like a whole different track of creating a deeper level of understanding of the gold mine that we all are, that we're sitting on, that within us all of this exists. I remember in 2014, on New Year's Eve, I played this game with my family for years, where New Year's Eve we do our version of a New Year's resolution, but it was more like intention setting, kind of looking back on what we've created, looking forward to what we want to create. And I remember 2014, it was a year and a half after our baby had passed away. And I wrote on there, it was like, I want to learn everything about true happiness now. And that became my like kind of resolution each year. And it really guided me. It guided me in my where I went to receive coaching, the audios I'd listened to, the speakers, the spiritual speakers. It was like, where are the voices reminding me that it's fun to create, it's helpful to create, but it's not my source of happiness and contentment. It's happening inside all the time. And there's these beautiful moments that I get to just like be in touch with it that just happen upon me. I'm like, oh, I feel so good and happy. Um, and even like on that journey, what I got really into was appreciating the full range of the human experience, that I have a sense of happiness and contentment when I'm feeling pissy or frustrated, but I am gentle and compassionate with myself. It's like, who cares what I'm feeling? Because I'm with myself and I'm present and I'm loving myself. Love meaning I'm present. I'm not pushing it away. I'm not pushing my feeling away. I'm just with it. I'm with myself. That's a form of happiness to me that I just cherish. That's how I hope to always be with my kids, no matter what emotion they're in or behavior or thought storm, whatever they have going on, to just be a presence with them, being like, wow, look at you humaning. Look at what's coming forward for you. Amazing. And for that to go in, it's like, wow, exactly how you are, how you're feeling, the thoughts you're having, the behaviors you're doing. You're whole, you're loved, you're worthy, always. And getting in touch with that like happy feeling inside, it was like a wild ride to me, because I thought it was like going inside to the corners of my consciousness to find where happiness lived, and then like finding it and sitting in there. It was much different than that. I think happiness comes from any moment where my mind is quiet and I'm just like looking at a tree or a acorn or my kids or a sunset. And I'm just like, oh, wow, being present. I think it can come from a true feeling of deep compassion for myself or others. I think it's remembering. So even thought created happiness, but remembering, like, whoa, I'm enough right now. I would like so many moments as a coach, like I was really up to creating that group and I was enrolling it, and the start date came and went and nobody signed up. I have a choice right here. Do I just blame, shame, criticize myself, or do I say, okay, you're okay. You can learn from this and move on. You didn't need that group to be worthy of my own love. Let's get back on the court and start a new game up. So these are some of my thoughts. Other thoughts are when I get into creation mode, I think of whatever I want to create. It's like a project. It's like if I'm going to create it, I'm going to make time in my calendar on Friday at 2 o'clock. I'm going to put 2 hours into filling a new group or putting up a chicken coop or painting. And it's gonna become important and I'm gonna move toward it. I'm going to make it a project like anything that's really important. And I'm gonna take little doable steps. At USM, University of Santa Monica, they call them 3-foot tosses. Do a little 3-foot toss over and over again down the field into the goal. You're gonna get there. And it's way easier, way more fun when one, you know that it's not the source of your everlasting joy and happiness, because then the stakes are way lower. But two, when you know when you really get specific about what you're aiming at, and just like I want a big beautiful house in the middle of the woods, within 20 minutes to a river and 20 minutes to a town, and I want nature and I want an endless forest and I want to walk outside in the morning and just be like, oh my God, trees everywhere. I want to be afraid of the bears and the mountain lions, not the other people. And I want neighbors that are kind and lovely. And I am willing to just land my consciousness inside of a future creation and just see it and breathe it and feel how I'm experiencing it and see it in technicolor and just imagine it as a way of getting super clear about what I'm aiming at and really stay on this track of if I could have the thing exactly how I want the thing, what would that be? And be vulnerable enough to be on, to be really honest about what I really want and how I really wish it could go. And whether that's like a house, a partner, a family, a your physical body, your business, a group you're running, a workshop, a song you're writing, a book you're song you're writing, performing, a book you're writing, like whatever the creation is, enjoy imagining it in like full detail. And then start with the next simple step. Like if I were to move toward this right now, what would I do? I don't know. Okay, if I was gonna, if somebody were gonna create this, what could they do? Like I like to access all sorts of creative ideas. So I like thinking like if this were possible, how could it come into being? Even our hot tub was gifted to us. Like it came not through us or money or our effort. It came through knowing we wanted a hot tub, talking about it to people, and somebody being like, somebody's trying to get rid of a hot tub. We're like, we want it. So really letting go of the how and getting into the what, and then what can I do? And for me, this part is just letting the universe know, letting the people know, spirit works through people, know what I'm intending to create for the joy of it, for the fun of it, or for the way it'll support livelihood. And again at USM, there's this statement that is always part of creation, that it's this or something better for the highest good of all concerned. This or something better for the highest good of all concerned. And it's not as like a cop out. It's like, can I go full at this thing and like give it my all? I always say this, like, I was going to create that thing or die trying. Because why not? Why not be that fully engaged? And know that at the end of the day, if it doesn't come to pass, like my first baby, 12 years ago, not meant to be, not for her highest good, apparently, or mine. For some reason, that act of creation was not aligned. And as quickly as I could get into alignment with like, okay, that wasn't for the highest good. I still want to move in this direction of creating this thing, but I need to stay wide open to like how and who are these children going to be? Okay, I think that's it. I think that's my miniature little class on creating and creation and the heart of it and the spirit of it. I hope that it's been helpful in some way.